Hello fellow spuds and welcome back to the channel. So you might have noticed there's something a little bit different about the base. I've added a whole new structure and got rid of the old one. So my old house is now just a load of twisting vines on netherrack, and I now have a massive tower. So I looked at doing a new build and I thought, well, actually this kind of goes with the whole magic theme. So I decided to make a little wizarding tower of sorts. So I will just show you what... It's not furnished on the inside, but I'm thinking what I could do up here is like an enchanting space. If I can actually... It's a bit tricky to get up. Here will be something else, maybe Mahou Tsukai or something. And down here, currently it's the kitchen, just because I needed someone to do the kitchen, but I'm thinking just general living space here would be nice. And underneath, this is where I'm currently storing my thermal and mechanism stuff. This will have a proper designated space at some point down the line, but for the time being, it fits quite well here. I also hooked it up to the power, which is still going from the previous section, and I kind of neatened this whole area up so I can actually get in and out. The other thing I did was that I automated the bees. I've set up a basic redstone clock. I can't find anywhere where there's nothing like a redstone clock pre-built into this. If any of you guys can let me know if there's something simpler I could do, please let me know. But I've made this basic redstone clock. I've taken the redstone away from here just because it is very, very loud. The dispenser makes just a huge noise when it's on. I'm thinking I might move this structure away from here, probably over there, trunk load it so I've constantly got the combs coming in. But yeah, they seem happy, everything's going on. I didn't realise the ender chests were in here from ender storage, so what I've currently got is this hooked up. So when the redstone signal's going, the hopper's collecting them, it's sending to the ender chest. This ender chest is then connected to the ender chest here. So we get any combs stuff come in, it will go to here. This is then connected into the network, and we get the combs come in. I've then got a little export bus, which exports the combs into here, and an import bus, which imports everything back into the system. Anyway, today, guys, what we are going to do is we're going to get into Ars Nouveau and Mahou Tsukai, I think, yeah. First of all, though, we need to get into Ars Nouveau. So, although we've got the mage robes and stuff now, we still have the novice spellbook. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to want to get the mage's book. There we go, right. We've got a mage spellbook. Hooray! So this enables us to... It keeps the same spells as before, which is nice. Now that I've got the upgraded book, what I'm planning on doing is making a few spells, one of which is Aqua Infinity, so I'll just pop that in. So it's a raw cod and the basic magic clay. You might have noticed I got rid of the farm. I am going to create a crate farm, probably over here or something, next episode. That is Aqua Infinity. Oh, Aquatic, sorry, I thought it was Aqua Infinity. Then we need the Marvelous Clay, which is just an upgrade of that. So it's 1 gold, 2 lapis, and another mana gem. Pop that in there. With any fireworks star. This is the glyph of area of effect. So if I pop this down, there we go, area of effect. And if I go into my spell book, I'm going to get rid of amplify for the time being, and I'm going to put an area of effect. What this will enable us to do is to, yeah, I think it's mine a 3x3 area. I haven't actually used this before. It's all been in theory up till now, so this will be interesting to actually see. So now that we've got this, let's just right click, see what it does. Oh, it's 2x2, right, okay. And if I stack that... There we go, okay. How far can we do this, then? Oh my god. Oh! Oh, I didn't know it could do this. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, I'm very happy about this. How tall was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... It'll be 9. 9 times 9 I can now mine. Yes. Annoyingly, it's not like, it's from the center block, so it will go down, which is a bit of a shame, but... Oh, that's very cool. If I just, like, spam this... Oh, it's very, very intensive on mana. Yeah, it pretty much uses all my mana in one go. But, if you need to... If you get your mana gen high enough, this is actually doable. Maybe with the Archmage robes or something. Right, before I fully get into mining, though, what I want to do is create something else, which is a... There we go, it's called it's dank storage, that's the one. It used to be called dank null, which is why I'm getting confused, but it's now called dank storage. So what this enables us to do is we can right-click on this, and if we get, say, cobble, get 1 cobble, we can put this in here, upgrade this, pop that in there. There we go, and now we've got a dank 2. Need gold, we don't have any gold, so this will have to do for the time being. But while we're mining, this will collect all the cobble that we actually collect, rather than it filling up our inventory space. This will go straight into the dank null, or the dank storage now, and it'll give us a lot more free inventory space to carry on mining. As you can see though, guys, I'm collecting all this cobble, and none of it's going in my inventory. The reason is because it's all gone in here. So you can see I've got 60 so far. So yeah, really, really useful way of collecting all the cobble and not wasting any of it. Guys, I'm back. This guy is selling a totem undying for 10 emeralds. I have to get that. I have to get it because that will enable us to get the archmage stuff. There we go. Got it. Hooray. Thank you for your time. What a deal. Yes, that was a really good deal because that will enable us, once we get a nether star, to make the archmage spellbook. We could also summon the Vex. I've never done that before. Don't know if that's worth it or not. But yeah, that definitely, we needed the totem undying. And I wasn't sure how I was going to go about getting one of those. So really, really glad that worked out. But we had a really successful mining trip. So got loads and loads of stuff. Got not a lot of gold, which was a bit of a shame. But we got a bit. I also found some gold ingots from... It was this little, like, stone guy. I don't know what it's called. I kind of hit him with a spell and he died. And he dropped some gold ingots, which is nice. Dank storage, it's got lots of stuff in here. It's got a K of cobble in here. God. Okay. For the second version, you can only get a K kind of max in terms of storage. But if you just had cobble pick up in here, you could get that 10, 20K, something like that. There is a way of increasing our mana gen. Now, although we don't have the archmage stuff, and we won't be able to because we need to go to the end for that, what we can do is make a few other bits. So we should be able to make a amulet of mana boost or amulet of mana regen. I think mana regen is probably worthwhile. So we need a dull trinket. We'll get one of them. And for mana regen, what we need is 4 mana gems, 2 gold ingots, and 2 diamonds. There we go. So we've got the 4 mana gems, the 2 gold ingots, the 2 diamonds, and we'll put our dull trinket in here. There we go. Can't have much mana left now that we've got rid of the farm. We do have that other jar, which is nice, though. And there we go. We get the amulet of mana gen. So let's pop that in our necklace slot. And this will enable us to... Yeah, it now regens a lot faster, which will be nice if we are mining with the 3x3. However, that's not all we can do. We can do a few other bits. We can make the Ring of Lesser Discount. So let's go and get all the stuff for that. And what we can do then is that will give a discount to all spells that we use, as long as it's in our little slot. And there we go, we just need that. Okay, and then for that we need 2 more mana gems, 4 diamonds, and 2 ender pearls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop the ring in there, and there we go. Now this will give us a minor discount on all spells we cast. We can then upgrade this further to the Ring of Greater Discount. Annoyingly, we don't have enough mana gems to do that, so I'm going to have to do that another episode. But that's our limiting factor, is just that. So let's pop that on there. And then if we leap again, look how... Look, I'm just holding right-click now. And it costs next to nothing now to leap. Which is absolutely amazing. We can now basically just infinitely cast this and not have to worry at all. Which is just incredible. So, really, really happy with that. This is the next best thing to flying. If we got the Archmage robes and we got the upgraded ring, it would basically be free to cast this. So yeah, really, really happy with that now. What is going on there? There's a Forgotten. I don't even know what that is. I've never seen one of them before. What's it drop? A Forgotten hat. It gives us that luck. Gives us something +1 and something else +2. I don't know what that actually means. If one of you can tell me what those mean in the comments below, that would be amazing, because I've got no idea what that means. I think that's meant to be luck, but no idea what the +2 means. Anyway, we're going to use that in our cosmetic armor. There we go, because I love that hat. That's great. Right, so I'm going to carry on mining for a bit because I need to get some more mana gems because we're already running low on them. But look at what it looks like when I've now got the ring, I've now got the necklace, and I can mine so much more now without having to worry. It still takes off a lot, but it's a lot more manageable. I've come across this interesting area which I thought looked quite cool. So I've got a feeling that looks like I found a... Oh, I found lots of stuff. What's this? Okay, that looks like there was... Was there meant to be something here? Looks like there's meant to be a spawner, but there's nothing here. That's bizarre. I've never seen that before. But it looks like there's a underground mine tunnel. What do you call them? I can't even remember what the vanilla things are called. Mine shaft. There we go, mine shaft. So we found one of them, which I'm going to go explore in a minute, which will be cool. But we've also found this. This is a monster box from Quark. They're very, very cool. They're quite dangerous as well, though. So we've got our harm spell ready. You just need to interact with this, and this will spawn a load of random mobs, which drop random loot. But now that we've got this, all these rings and necklaces, dealing with these should be fairly straightforward. You can see they're dropping all sorts of random stuff. They're dropping ores, carrots, TNT. One of them dropped a diamond. Go. So let's see what we got. A carrot. We could do with a carrot, actually, I think. Infested stone. No, thank you. I don't want infested stone. That's what, oh, what they're called. Silverfish spawn from, if you mine it. I don't want them. That's like 28, silverfish spawn eggs. I don't want that. God, that's awful. And we got some diamond, though, so that was definitely worth it. But what I'm going to go do is I'm going to explore this mine shaft now. There we go. Found some more mana gems, which is nice. Is that enough? That's 8. That is actually enough for what I needed, which is quite nice. Finding lots of copper doing this now, which is nice, because we were quite low on copper. One of those things, it only spawns at a fairly high Y level, so yeah, being able to... Oh, this is weird. Oh, it's like a marble cave, that's cool. Yeah, actually finding this and being able to collect all the copper we need is ideal. And I've just realised after doing all this that this falls directly underneath our house. So if I just mine down from the house, I would come across this mine shaft. Right, okay, so then all we need to do is, let's go to create, get rid of that, and we just need to mine straight up. And because of all the discounts we've got now, actually mining with a single block takes next to no mana. Now we just leap up, and we're done. And we're back home. There we go. So if we want to go continue mining and exploring that place, I've just made a little hole there. So that's all nice. What we want is the warp scroll. So to make the warp scroll, it's fairly straightforward. We need a blank parchment, and we need some lapis and some mana gems. There we go. Warp scroll. Hooray. So what we can do with this is if I... Yeah, there we go. You shift right click, and that has recorded our location in the warp scroll. Now, if I right click with this, anywhere in this dimension, I believe it's just this dimension, not any dimension, I will be brought right back to that spot that I shift right clicked on. So it's just like an instant teleporter, and seeing as there aren't actually any teleporters apart from Mechanism in this pack, this is incredibly useful to have. It is a one-time use only, annoyingly, but it's still incredibly useful nonetheless. Right guys, before I get into Mahou Tsukai, I thought I would just go through the Resourceful Bees stuff, because this is where all the mods 6 Lite or Pi edition is very, very, very different from all the mods 6, the normal edition. So Resourceful Bees is much, much, much easier to get into in this pack. It's just so easy. I mean, finding all the coal bees, the diamond bees, the gold bees, it's just easy. In normal all the mods, you can't find them. You have to breed the bees to get to that stage. You have to start with like stone bees and stuff like that. And to put it in perspective, I've put all the bees I found on my journey between episodes in here. I found 4 diamond bees. I found the netherite bees from last time. I found about 4 or 5 iron bees, gold bees, stone bees. I found multiples of them. I found lapis bees. I found... finally, I found a skeleton bee. I found one in the first episode, but I had to go hunt around for that one to actually go find it. I think next episode I'm going to get a bit more into actually bee breeding. I'm going to set up quite a few hives. I'm going to have to move this one because it's so loud when it's actually on. So, right. I'll go to bed, and I will see you in the morning, and we'll get stuck into Mahou Tsukai. Mahou or Tsukai? I can't remember. I can't remember how I pronounce it between episodes. But I'm gonna call it Mahou Tsukai, I think. Mahou Tsukai. That's how I'm gonna say it from now on, just so I don't get confused myself. So I'll just wait for this zombie to kindly die. Go away. Thank you. So, let's get started. So to get started in Mahou Tsukai, there's not actually that many items attributed to it. So what you need to do is you need to make the knowledge compendium, which is very straightforward. Leather, paper, and 5 red dye. We've got that. So there we go. Let's get started then. So Mahou Tsukai. There we go. So it's kind of like alchemy, and if you've ever seen like Full Metal Alchemist or something, it is very similar to that, where you have to kind of cut yourself to bleed, and then you draw a alchemist circle, and that enables you to put down different elements onto the alchemist circle and transmute items and stuff like that. So it's very, very, very cool. But to get started, there's a few things that you're going to need to get into. The first one you need is the dagger. Fairly straightforward to make. Fairly straightforward. There we go. So what you need to do, let's go outside. Let's go to our little magic place that I made a while ago, because I think this is very Mahou Tsukai style. What we need to do is we need to right click. That'll cut us, and we click C. Go. So become a Mahou Tsukai. So that's how you do it. You right click and then you click. By default, I think this is set to Z. I've changed it to C just because. But as you can see in the top left now, we have, it says Mahou. I'm not looking at a block. There we go. It says 100 out of 100. So that's like the amount of mana you have that's called Mahou. That's what, it's the equivalent of mana that's in this mod. So it's not very much to begin with, but that will increase as we go along. Now, let's go into our knowledge compendium. And it says, oh, you're now a magic user. Yay! So, to perform magic, we need a few things. Mana optionally, depending on the recipe, a cloth, a blood circle, and 3 powdered catalysts. So, we now have our little blood circle, but we need a few other bits to actually get started. We need some powdered catalysts. So, to make the powdered catalyst, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make a mortar and pestle. These are expensive. You need bricks and diamonds, and for the actual pestle itself, you need 3 diamonds. So 4 diamonds in total. So it's not cheap to get into early on. But if you get lucky and find a single vein of diamonds, you might just have enough to get going. Right, so we'll make ourselves our mortar, then make our pestle. There we go. Then we just need to combine them together, and we get the mortar and pestle. Hooray! So if we want to get the powdered ones, what you just need to do is combine the mortar and pestle with either diamond, emerald, gold. I think ender's one. Yeah, so diamond, emerald, powdered eye, which is just ender eye, gold, iron, quartz, or fey essence. Fey are a type of magical creature that are in this mod pack. They're invisible, and the only way you can see them is if you cast a special spell, Eye of Fey Sight, and that will enable you to see them. And you can kind of hear them before you can see them. There are way lines in this mod that are invisible. If you cast a spell that enables you to see the way lines, they're these green lines that kind of dot around the map. And if you happen to be, your base happens to be on a way line, your Mahou, or mana if you will increase quicker. If you're on where lots of lines diverge, your mana will increase a lot quicker, and you're more likely to find Fey. And they're little, like, fairy things that if you kill, they will drop Fey dust. The other thing that we need, as it said, is cloth. So spell cloth, very straightforward. You just need your dagger and some wool. So we'll make a few of them. That should be fairly easy. Right, so now we've got pretty much all the ingredients we need to get started. So let's go back over to our little blood circle here. And let's have a look in our book. So all the different spells that you can possibly make are here. So you go alarm boundary, that sets off an alarm if anything's nearby. Placement boundary, enclosure boundary, tangible boundary, gravity boundary. So yeah, increase the gravity for mobs other than the caster in an area of range 10. So this is the type of thing that you can do. You can set this down and, yeah, increases the gravity for mobs. So if anything comes into the range of this circle, you could set it as a kind of placement around your base, and it will slow stuff down that gets into it, so enemy mobs. However, it will drain 1 mana from the caster every 2 seconds, and as you only have 100, that means that every 2 seconds, 1 mana is gone. So it's only going to last 200 seconds, which is only just over 3 minutes. So if you want to do something like that, you're going to have a way of generating mana as well. So we're a way off that at the moment. But what we can do is we can do something like this. This spell, when used without a cloth, will teleport anything, including items and mobs on top of it, to the highest solid Y value it can find. This scroll version of this spell will simply transport the caster. So, this is what we are going to make, because that will enable us to transport up our tower without having to leap anymore. So we want an ender in that one, an ender in that one, and a gold in that one. So the big one needs to be gold, 2 little ones need to be ender. One there, one there. There we go, Ascension. And that's right click, and then we pick it up. So now we've got a scroll of Ascension. All we then have to do is, let's just head on over to our little base here. We will pop this down right below here. Oh, okay. That didn't work as expected. Okay then. I didn't realise that could actually go through blocks. That's very cool. That's really, really good if you want to kind of escape from underground or something in a desperate situation. You could take that away from you and you could instantly teleport back to the surface. That's very cool for that. And it only uses 1 ender eye and really 50% of a gold ingot, so it's not that bad. Bit of a shame, really. I was hoping that that meant that I could use that as a lift, but I might have to make something else for that, I guess. Right, but before we get started on anything, what we're going to want to make is a attuned diamond, which are fairly easy to make. You just need an attuner, combine it with a diamond, and it's done. This allows you to store your mana. So at the moment I've got 70. If I right click, that'll go down. It takes away a percentage. And as you can see, ours went up from 100 to 101. And you can see it stored the 72 in there. The more you use this, the more your mana will go up. It's kind of like it just raises the kind of highest aspects slightly of it, which is very, very, very cool. If we want to increase our mana generation significantly more, what we're going to have to do is find a way of generating mana. Now, it's not that simple. So in Ars Nouveau, for example, it will just go up quickly on its own. This goes up incredibly slowly, as you can see. So we're only up to 4 after talking for quite a long time. And while that's all good and all, you need a lot of mana for this mod. So it's not great if you don't have enough mana. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make something. I would say the easiest thing to get in terms of mana generation early on is this, which is the Coronal Exchange. It's a bit more expensive than the other one, so you need a single emerald powdered and you need a quartz. You don't need any cloth, you don't need anything like that. Just pop it, you know what, let's just leave it here. It's out in the daylight, let's just do it here. So we'll pop that down, use the dagger, there we go. So what you need to do is you need a quartz and 2 emeralds, fairly straightforward. We'll just get our quartz and 2 emeralds. Coronal Exchange. So there we go. As you can see, our mana is now going up significantly quickly. And if I was to just spam right click on this, it will go up. It doesn't seem like much at the moment because it goes up per percentage of your current mana level. But that's going up significantly quickly. As you can see, I'm now on 283 just from right clicking with this. Now, what this does is it generates mana for 12 hours. After that 12 hours is up, it will take away mana, and it will take any mana that you have in Intuned Diamonds or anything like that in your inventory. So, it's really good for 12 hours of the day, the other 12 hours, not so much. Right, before our mana starts getting depleted, what we can do is we can make our Summon Familiar spell. It's just 3 quartz. We need some cloth, so let's pop some cloth down. Let's just do it here. We can then cut ourselves, put that down, and we just need 3 quartz. So 1, 2, 3, and we do Summon Familiar. There we go. And there we go. Oh, we've got our little familiar. Kill this zombie quickly. Here we go. So our little familiar is here. It's a little blue bird. I don't know if you can recolor it, but that's our little bird there. And he is very, very, very cool. So this familiar acts like a chunk loader. It drains 200 mana on use, but that's it. And he'll just report if he finds anything interesting, blocks, players, mobs, blah, blah, blah. He will talk to you, and it will come up with a little message just kind of at the side of your window, and it'll just talk to you. It's a nice little companion. But if we want to get our little familiar to come to us, we can cast a spell which is just Ender Quartz, and the familiar will be transported to you. But this is the fundamental thing that's very, very cool, is you can use familiar exchange. And when used, the caster will switch places with its familiar if it exists. That's it. That's the only prerequisite for this spell. It drains 40 mana on use, which isn't much at all. And this is going to be our way early on of getting back to our base. So all I need to do is make up one of those spells. I need some emeralds, which I can find somewhere else in the world. If I go exploring, find an emerald, I can then make that spell up. I can then use the scroll, and I will swap places with my familiar. If I then want my familiar to come back to me, I just need to do the recall familiar, and it will come back to me. There we go. Let's cut ourselves that one there. So we need 2 of them and 1 of them. We'll do 1, 2, 1. Familiar exchange. There we go. Boom. Done. So, for example, if we say want to, I don't know, go down here. Just a little example. It's a little bit of a waste of an emerald, but it's not the end of the world. What we can then do is we'll go down here. We go, oh no, we need to run away from here. I can then just right click. Boom. Oh, and I'm here. I'm back at the base. And it's a bit of a shame, but our familiar is now gone. And that was the little message you saw. He saw a skeleton, so he's now scared. So it's a bit of a shame, but we need to get him back. So what I'll do is I will get my trusty dagger. I will then cut myself, pop that there. And we need 2 quartz and an ender. So 2 quartz and an ender. All familiar. We want to recall familiar. Let's put him back actually in our base, because I think that'll be a lot nicer for him. There we go. Your wish is my command, Master. So there we go. He's back again. He's out the mines. He's not with the scary skeletons. He's all happy and okay. So that's probably one of the easiest ways, fairly early game, to teleport yourself. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, because obviously that scroll then got used up. So I think I'm going to call it there, guys, just because we've covered pretty much all of the main magic mods. There are a couple of other ones like Woot and things, but I'm going to leave them for a future episode because they get into more mob farm, stuff like that, so I'm going to leave that for the time being. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you've liked what we've seen, please leave a like and subscribe. Any feedback, comments, anything like that you can give me would be great, just as I'm starting up the series. If you've got anything you want me to cover, want to see, just let me know. I'm happy to, go through anything and everything. I think next episode what I'm going to do is I'm going to get more into bees. I think off camera I'm going to set up a few little farms kind of away from the base, and I'm going to properly show all the different bees we've got, all the combs, and what we can do with them. I'm hopefully going to try and get a wither bee. If I'm really lucky, I might even get a nether star that next episode, which would be nice just from breeding bees. So, anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye-bye.